Hi, good morning. My name is Rosana Taylor with Beyond the Horizon Travel Agency. My friend Javier Bao and myself, we will be doing a series for brides, and we are going to call Amor and Adventure. Today we have Javier, that is a very special guest. He's a photographer in Cancun who does magnificent pictures for your wedding day. And he'll be here with me. And today we are going to be talking about mistakes to avoid when you are planning your destination wedding in Mexico. And of course, this will be valid for the Caribbean islands as well. I will say that one of the first mistakes that many brides are doing is booking their hotels directly instead of going to a travel agent for help. And the reason why this is a mistake that you need to avoid is because many times you think that you have found the perfect resort, you have seen phenomenal pictures, and you say, I want my wedding in the beach, and I want a beautiful beach where I can swim, and a resort that is luxurious, that has a great food. So all my friends will be super happy with it. But sadly, the day arrive, you're at the destination, and when you arrive at your hotel and you try to go and swim in that beautiful ocean, you just realize that you cannot even enter in the water because it could be that has so much sargassum in that water that it's not possible for you to swim there. It could be that it's very rocky. So if you don't have your swim shoes, you won't be able to do it, or it's just not appealing at all. So it's nothing like what you saw in the pictures. And then you go to your room and it might look comfortable, but at the time that you sleep at night, you wake up all in pain because those mattresses are so hard that it's really hard to rest on that. So there are many things like that. Or it could be that the food is very average. It's not that gourmet farm to the table that you were expecting. And the reason that you should work with a travel agent that specializes in destination weddings is because we go and experience the hotel firsthand before we recommend to our clients. It's very important for us to be very knowledgeable on the hotels, on the experiences that they offer, because that's what matters to you. So now I would like to hear from Javier what he has to say in regards to this.
Hola, Rosana. Good morning. Thank you for having me here. First of all, I'm so excited to be part of this new project, A More an Adventure. It's a wonderful podcast that we're going to be doing for these beautiful brides out there that really need all this kind of information when they're planning their destination wedding in Mexico and all the Caribbean. And yeah, I agree with you totally, 100% that the one first mistake the bride can do is do all by her own, right? That's why we have our
Yeah.
experts, right, in the field. And yeah, I can see that, yeah, a lot of brides in this topic about the booking directly to the resort. uh, I can see that we can find some very good promotions with travel agents, right? There are some tricks for the brides that they don't know, that they can do a lot of upgrades and get some perks, some promotions from the resort when they're going
Yeah,
through a travel agent, right? Like
exactly.
upgrades in
The
their rooms
extra
and
perks.
exactly the extra perks. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm agree with you 100%. Get a travel agent.
Okay, now the next mistake that brides are making is they found the perfect resort, they found their dream location. Let's say that you book your destination wedding in Bora Bora, but then you just realize that very, very few people are attending and you're asking why. And the reason is this: when you are planning your destination wedding, it's very important to find a place that match your vision, match your desires, but also that matches the budget of your guests. You have to be considerate because they're going to be taking time of their vacation time to attend your wedding. So they will have to, the place that you're choosing has to be easy access, has to be on the average budget that most of your friends has. So it won't feel like they are really stretching too much to be able to attend. It should feel like, okay, it's just my vacation time and I'm spending with my friends. So when you're choosing a hotel like in Bora Bora, probably your friends will have to take flights with connections, would make the cost of the airfare by itself extremely high. And then maybe the hotel that you're choosing is so luxurious, but it's good for you, but not for their budget. Maybe they cannot even afford it. Or sometimes it's that they are traveling as a family and you're choosing a hotel that is adults only, and that's the reason they choose to do not attend. So there are many variables on this, but my best suggestion to you is always keep in mind the people that is going to come into your wedding, the people that will be there. What are their needs, what it resonate on them, and what is their budget limits. That is important, so you can find that middle place that satisfy all your desires but also meet the needs of your guests. Now let's hear from Javier what he has to say about.
Yeah, I can see that there are a lot of facts that makes the guests being able to travel for a destination wedding. When we're talking about kids, we also have to think about the school, when they're on vacations or they're not on vacations. Yeah, because destination weddings most of the times go from around all the week, and sometimes 10 days or 7 days, and so we have to think about that. Also, on the resorts, as you said, there are some resorts that are only adults, okay, and
Yes.
there are not children allowed in some parts of the resort. So it depends where you're going to be doing your ceremony, for example, in which part of the resort. There are some resorts that have two places, one for kids and one for no kids. Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, going back to the first point about the booking the rooms, uh, as a photographer, a lot of times when I go to do the getting ready photos, most of the time I find that the bride is on the bridal suite or on a premium luxury room, like the top of the top. Uh, and I start wondering why always the bride when she's not in the bridal suite, she's in a premium suite, and I ask them why how they get this, and they tell me that these are some upgrades they get from the wedding package, you know, and I see you can manage that with a travel agent that knows that you can do this type of upgrades. They can also get these upgrades on the for the bridal suite. Yeah, and talking about if I can speak in behalf of Mexico, we can find a lot of direct flights from the U.S. Like from Texas,
Oh,
there's direct
yes.
flight to Cancun, from Florida, from Chicago, I believe, from New York. We have some direct flights. So that's why Mexico is one of the most popular destination wedding locations.
Yeah, Mexico takes 90% of the weddings. Most of the couples from the United States choose Mexico just because of that. It's very
Mm.
easy access. From Dallas, it's just 2.5 hours. So the
Yeah,
flights
very
are very,
close.
very affordable. And
Exactly.
there are so many hotel options from for every type of personalities,
Mhm.
every type of needs, luxury, budget friendly, family. It's all types, and the great thing is Mexico is not only great in Cancun, but they have very beautiful cities like Los Cabos and Puerto Vallarta
Mhm.
that are becoming very desirable also for destination weddings. So it's a destination that offers a lot. Of course, we all know that the food is delicious. So that's one of the biggest reasons for people to book their destination wedding there.
Yeah,
Now,
and I heard that. Yeah, sorry, I heard that also. We have a lot of destination weddings because uh, of course, it depends on the budget, but I hear from some brides that it is kind of cheaper to do a wedding in Mexico than in the US. Uh, Not
yeah,
because of the prices of the vendors itself, because of the amount of people that you can bring. When you do your wedding in the US, you must end with a wedding with 100 guests, 150 guests, because you have to
yeah,
invite all your family that is able to come. So, but when you do your wedding in Mexico, is most for small groups, like 40 people, 50 people, 60 people. So the more guests you have at your wedding, the cost is going to go higher. So that's a very good choice to do at your destination wedding and come to Mexico. It's kind of more intimate, and plus you have like a vacation, for all your guests in a new experience for them. A lot of your guests, the guests are their first time in Mexico.
Yes, yes, that is true.
Mhm.
And of course, when you do a wedding in Mexico, like Javier is saying, you have a vacation time. You not only have one day attending a wedding, you have your vacation, your 4, 5, 6 nights on the destination, enjoying activities with all your friends and family. If you do your wedding in America, it's just one day. So pretty much the same expenses that are covering for one day wedding, the same amount or maybe even less is covering for a 7 day wedding, a 7 day celebration. So it's
Yeah.
always something for you to keep in mind if you're in the point where you're trying to decide if you would like to do a destination wedding versus your wedding in your state or somewhere in the US. If you have any curiosity, just give me a call, send me a text. I can clarify some few things for you and help you to make up your mind what is the best for you and your family.
And you just said something very
No.
important, that you're
Yeah.
the all the group is having activities during those 7 days. It's not just the wedding day. So what are they going to do the other 5, 6 days after the wedding or before the wedding? And a lot of groups have some excursions, some tours. They go around to explore the area, and you will
Yes.
have a travel agent for that. Because if you go here and try to do all that on yourself, I mean, you're going to get prices real high. So when you manage all this with the travel agent, they can schedule all your itinerary to go to do all your activities. So you don't have to worry all about.
Yes, that is true. It's part of our service.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, the next point that we are going to touch now is that another mistake that brides made is, especially for those brides that like to do it yourself, they consider, okay, I'm booking my hotel and I'm offering now my guests that I'm gonna take care of their stay. I'm gonna book their room and they don't have to worry at all about anything. They just tell me which room they want and I'm gonna do it. So, but when you're taking that into your shoulders, you're pretty much entering into a realm that is going to be very complicated for you because you are not a travel agent. You really don't know how these things are handled. You will have Uncle Frank, or an Aunt Mary calling you and saying, "Hey, I want to make last minute changes. I need to change my room because I want to stay instead of staying for 4 nights. I want to stay 3 nights." And then you have to be making those last minute changes while you are getting ready for your for 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 your trip yourself, for your wedding. Or there will be people that is asking you to add their excursions and you don't have any clue where you're going to find excursions. So it's better let your travel agent handle those things so you can really enjoy in the things that matters to you. That is choosing your dress, choosing the colors for your wedding, choosing your vision, things that are fun to you. So that's my tip.
Yeah, yeah, I'm agree because you know what, a travel agent really manage a lot of things. From booking the rooms, transportation is a very big concern over here in Mexico. So when you are having your wedding in the Riviera Maya, uh, and you are arriving to the Cancun airport, you have to manage all the transportation, also for the tours, the excursions. So yeah, having a travel agent is really going to save you a lot of money in doing all that. I can say that.
Yes, yes, indeed, because it's all part of the package. When you hire a travel agent, uh, we are going to do the heavy lifting. We are going to be the ones managing the contract with the hotel, making sure that you get the best extra perks for you and for your group. Uh, we manage all the logistics from getting you to the airport to the hotel and back to the airport. We manage all your activities, the things that you would like to do with your group, the places that you want to visit. And we do recommendations too. Like in my case, I always recommend my brides work with Javier as a photographer because he has a phenomenal presence in Cancun. His job is excellent. You can see it's very easy to work with. Only thing you need to do is uh, text him on his WhatsApp, and he's very responsive. So he can send you the links to the pictures that he has taken on former brides, and he will accommodate to your needs. One of the big pieces of a destination wedding is the videography, photography, and the makeup, right? Because you want to look pretty and you want to have really memorable, great pictures to remind you of that special day. And choosing the right photographer is really key. So Javier is a person that is very easy to work with. He loves what he does. He lives in the destination, so he knows what is the best for you. He's gonna be always telling you the best times to do your pictures, the best locations, and it's somebody that you just can trust. When you work with somebody from the hotel, sadly, sometimes it could be a good, but sometimes it's not, just because the hotels have on-site photographer, but not necessarily one photographer. Many times there are several, it's a team. And many times, as part of the team, there are going to be young photographers that are just starting their career. So they are not really very knowledgeable yet, but they are part of the team. So you don't want to risk on your wedding day a photography being taken from somebody that is new at the hotel, that doesn't have enough experience, or that just doesn't capture what you want. So I always recommend working with Javier. He's very knowledgeable, and he's very open to accommodate to your needs. He doesn't
Thank
have
you.
one set.
Thank you,
Yes,
Rosanna. Thank you.
you're
I
welcome.
really appreciate that. And yeah, that's why we are here, because our biggest motivation is to help the brides, to make everything easy as possible, because we've been doing this for a lot of years, that I can see through all these years that brides still struggle with these kind of questions. There's a lot of lack of information still, even if we have all these big groups, Facebook groups or brides groups, they still asking almost the same question. Like, what
Yes,
is the best resort to book for a destination wedding? What is the best month? Or what about the vendors? Or it's it's always like kind of the same questions that really I feel like doing this is we're going to be able to help the brands a little bit more.
yes. I hope so. I hope that we can give you information so you can make better decisions based on the information that you are finding.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can tell you a story. I can tell you a story from a Facebook group that I follow from
yeah,
some resort. Uh, there was a time a couple months ago that where there was this resort, Royal Tone and Splash in Cancun.
yeah,
They
mm,
had to do some remodelation, so they shut down some parts of the resort, uh, and
yeah,
they have to reaccommodate a lot of brides to different other resorts, and the brides
yeah,
were suffering right there because they didn't know how to do it, they didn't know how to proceed. They have to contact directly to the other resort to see if they have a space for them, and their wedding were like 2 weeks ahead, so there was not very much time to do everything. And I can
yes,
say that the brides that had a travel agent behind them, they were more easy to work with, and they were faster the response to them because they had somebody with the expertise to be able to handle these situations. And I can say that a lot of times the resort respond a lot faster to the travel agent than to
yes,
one people, on the
yes.
phone.
That is absolutely true. It's because we have built connections. We have built
Exactly.
relationships with the resorts that we work with. So they know us, they know our voice, they know our company. So whenever we send a letter or an email, they will be very responsive to us just because they know we bring business to them. So, and it's not just because it's me, Rosanna Taylor, but it's because the travel agent community, because we bring a lot
And
of business to all the resorts. So they know that they have to be responsive to us
you
versus
know the people who to contact to,
any.
you know the people who to reach
Yeah,
out, because sometimes the
yeah,
brides still emailing the resort, and when they answer
yes,
the email back, is like a week later.
yes, yes. It happens a lot, sadly.
Mm.
Now
Yeah. So.
continue with our points. The
Hmm.
number one mistake that you need to avoid when you're planning your destination wedding in Mexico and the Caribbean is not visiting the resort before your wedding. You know, many hotels offer what is called dress rehearsal. Every hotel will call it different, but basically is that the hotel allows you for around $500 to go to the hotel for 2 nights and try everything. Try their cakes, the food that they are offered that you can serve in your wedding. They will show you the locations. You will be meeting the wedding team. So this is absolutely crucial at the time that you're making decisions for your wedding, for the food that you're going to be serving, for floral decor. So when you are in the resort, you really know firsthand what your friends and your family are going to be experiencing, and you will know that this is a hotel that you're happy with. And if you book your destination wedding at that hotel between the 30 days after you stay there, that money that you pay, those $500 that you pay to go and visit the hotel, it will be refunded to you via resort credit, and it will go toward your wedding. So pretty much that visit was for free, and it gives you immense peace of mind because you know
Exactly.
that you know where it's gonna be, and you know how your guests are gonna be treated. So you have peace of mind. You know exactly where you are and where you're going.
Yeah, totally recommend it because also is a very nice opportunity for the brides to know the vendors. Is when I got
Exactly.
to meet my couples. When they want to book me, we most of the time we have this meeting when on their visit to the resort when they come to know the resort. We schedule an appointment, and a meeting, and I go there, and they get to know me, and they get to know my vibe, the way I work.
Yes.
They know my personality, and
And
also
probably
with the other vendors. Yeah, so it's
and
a very
probably
nice
they
opportunity
can
to
even
know.
do their trials, right, Javier? If they want some trial
Exactly,
pictures,
exactly.
they
We
can
have the
see,
save the
okay, they are
date
the people.
pictures,
Yeah.
yeah, and the makeup trial, the save the date photos, yeah.
Yes, so it has so many advantages. So we highly encourage you to do that so you can be sure that you are happy with your vendors, with the place that you're choosing. If you visit the resort and you end up saying, no, I don't think this is the place for me, then it's fantastic because we can take advantage of that time, and we can organize for you a visit, a stay on that resort, but maybe visit to two more resorts. So you have more options. So you have, okay, if this is not the resort for me, I have these two other options that are, while I am sit in the side, I'll go and visit and see if they are a better match for me. So there's always advantages of doing that.
Yeah, talking about that, there's a resort called Dreams, the Dreams Natura, I believe. We were talking about this resort the other day. It looks stunning on photos. The ceremony gazebo and the ocean as background. It looks beautiful on the pictures. But when you are there, you have to realize that it is a very small place where it is only for the gazebo, and then all around there the pools, and there's a lot of people there on the pools, on bikinis, walking
Mm-hmm.
almost naked all around. So you have to realize that. You don't see that on the photos or on the videos from advertising. You just see all these beautiful picture for the gazebo and the beautiful ceremony right there. But when you are there, when your guests are there the day of the wedding, they're going to be realizing that there's going to be like 50, 60, 100 people watching them in bikinis. and that is not
Exactly.
nice,
And
right?
sometimes that damage even your photography. Yes, that's why it's important that when you are choosing your venues, talking with the wedding department, that you are asking for privacy, where is a place that it's gonna be private. Sometimes it could be an extra fee, but it's absolutely worth it because, like Xavier says, you don't want people in their bikinis and their swimsuits walking around or being a spectator of your wedding. You just want the people that you invited participated in your wedding. You don't want nobody else watching it. You want that special space that is just for you. So that is an important point to keep in mind and ask about when you are choosing your venue.
Yeah, and talking about pictures, on the picture you can Photoshop the people, when if somebody's walking behind, you can Photoshop that in the pictures, but you cannot do that in the video. If you're
Yeah.
filming, I mean, if somebody cross, I mean, there's nothing to do about it, and it's not going to be nice on your video.
That is true. Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
everybody will be appearing. Usually that happen when it's a beach wedding, when it's not in a private area, or when it's
Mhm.
around the pool, when it's during the day and people is on the pool and they cannot tell the people don't go to the pool. Yeah, sadly,
Exactly, exactly.
it's a
That's right.
reality.
Yeah.
Yes. I
So
think
let's go
with
to the next
this,
topic.
yes, I think with this, we have concluded this very first day of this series that we will be doing. It's gonna come every 15 days. We are choosing the Wednesdays, and we are gonna be doing this at 10 a.m. and probably publishing right after it. So we thank you for listening to us. I hope that we are helping you. And please feel free to send us a DM with your questions, and we'll be happy to reply to them. Uh, Javier, would you like to share your contact information?
Yeah, thank you very much, first of all, for having me here. And it was a pleasure to be here. It was a pleasure to be able to help these beautiful brides out there. And yeah, just send us a DM. Tell us about what you would like to know about Mexico or the planning, photography, all your questions, all your doubts. Just let us know. We'll be happy to help you. And yeah, you can go to my website, which is www.xavierbauweddings.com. And also follow me on my Instagram. It's the same name, Javier Bao Weddings.
Fantastic. And do you have your WhatsApp? Can you share? Because people can very easily communicate with you through WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah,
What's your
WhatsApp
WhatsApp number?
is country area is 52. Number is 984-253-4679.
Perfect. I will make sure I will add that when I post the video in YouTube. Well,
Awesome.
my contact information is www.specialcelebrationstravel.com. You will find there my links to my Instagram and Facebook account, and also to my YouTube channel. And of course, when I publish this, I will make sure that I put all our information. Thank you for watching us today. Have a blessed
Thank
day.
you, Rosana.
Bye.
See you in the next video. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.